Rogues are usually thought of as, could be naturally evil, definitely those who are stealthy, who try to pickpocket other people, kind of are for assassinations or thieves or things like that. Those that try to sneak in or infiltrate and deal the most damage and then escape without anybody noticing them. But this one takes things to a darker turn. So be very warned, this is probably going to be gruesome. Hello, welcome back, or welcome to DIS. I am this idiot, and you're hearing me speak again, or for the first time. Whichever it is, welcome to my channel. I hope you find this to be enlightening and interesting as we review the Rogue Mad Artist. Let's see here. Of course, because since you're hearing me speak, you can go live your life, or you can learn along with me how this works. So without further ado, let's get into that. Mad Artist. You view death differently to others. To you, there is nothing more beautiful and powerful than a well-executed murder. Just like how an actor or a bard puts on a show, you see killing as a performance, and you live for the catharsis it brings you. Unlike most rogues, mad artists love being seen, and often use extravagant violence as a means of acquiring attention. They tend to be romantic, clever, and very dangerous. Kind of like a psychopath or a sociopath, or maybe like a, trying to think like one of those killers who has the specific methods and stuff. Anywho, continuing on. Dance of Death. At third level, you can use a bonus action to begin your performance. Until the start of your next turn, you can use your sneak attack against targets even if you don't have advantage on attack rolls against them, but not if you have disadvantage. On each of your turns, you can use another bonus action to keep your performance going. Your performance lasts until you complete a turn without extending it, but cannot last longer than 1 minute. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Master of the Arts. When you choose this archetype at third level, you become proficient with a disguise kit, one artisan's tool of your choice, and one musical instrument of your choice. Euphoria. At 9th level, killing brings you a feeling of euphoric joy that makes you feel truly alive. Very sadistic, okay. When you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can choose to gain 5d6 temporary hit points, which last until you finish a long rest. Additionally, you know how to use this feeling of euphoria to enhance your next performance. If you make an attack while you still have temporary hit points granted by this feature remaining, you can cause the attack to deal extra damage equal to the number of temporary hit points you have. Once you do this, the temporary hit points are lost. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Captive Audience. Not good. Starting at 13th level, when a creature you can see attempts to move more than 30 feet away from you, you can use your reaction to make a ranged weapon attack against it. The creature must be aware of your presence and be able to see you. If the attack hits, the creature's speed drops to 0 until the start of its next turn. Encore. Starting at 17th level, when you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can make an extra attack against a different creature in range. This attack has advantage and can benefit from your sneak attack, even if you have already used it on that turn. Interesting. All very deadly and twisted and sadistic and wicked and evil. showing the dark side of humanity. But I guess we should review it and see how it is. Alright. So, story-wise or flavor-wise, if you really wanted to go this route, you could. I'm sure people would love to indulge in their dark side. This is very, very dark. Wow. Something killer. Serial killer. That's what I was thinking. But like this does give me like can give one serial killer vibes. But yeah, it's just like you love death and killing, which, and you see it as a performance. The catharsis it brings you, that's very dark. Like, here's the dark meter, it's dialed up to like 500%. But with the different features, Dance of Death giving you sneak attack, if you have this performance, which is interesting. Yeah. I don't know if I would like as a person like these things, but yeah. The Master of the Arts, you can disguise. You have proficiency in disguise kit at the artisan's tool and a musical instrument, so you're a little more, helpful there. Euphoria at 9th level, where you get like when you kill someone, you gain some temporary hit points, which last until you finish a long rest. Pardon me. If you make an attack while you have those temporary hit points, you can channel those temporary hit points into your the damage, and that you lose those temporary hit points. And you can't use that until you finish a long rest, which is interesting. It makes sense. Yeah. So very, very dark. I don't know if I, as a person, like it does kind of speak to the dark nature of humanity. Captive audience, when someone moves away, moving more than 30 feet away from you, you can use your reaction to try to make them stay where they are, which is helpful. But again, this is, yeah. Encore, when you reduce a creature to 0 hit points, you can make an extra attack against a different creature, and that has advantage and can benefit from your snake attack. So you're like killing everything, which is interesting. All in all, it all makes sense. Kind of thinking about it, this is definitely good for like an evil campaign. But even from there, it's almost like, especially once you get to like 9th level, you can kind of be on your own, because you have the temporary hit points, a good buffer against death. But besides that, I think it's pretty well balanced. Like, the lower level features are like once per short or long rest, or once per long rest, which is good. Captive audience is you using your reaction. Encore, you can use do a different attack when you kill someone else. Anything that's overpowered or underpowered. Euphoria might be a little overpowered, but besides that, I think that's pretty good. We'll do the lore crafting again on Saturday, but I don't know how comfortable I am creating lore around this, unless it's like a very, very dark stuff, like the other player characters would want to kill them, because this seems very like serial killer or like killing spree, which is not fun. But yeah, moving on to maybe better. We're going on to the Sorcerer. This one is called the Winter Touched. I know, same, like, ish to the Winterborn, but I did make sure that they're different features. Even though like the quirks are I think are kind of the same. The features are definitely different. Maybe a little more balanced. We'll see next week. As filming this, I know I'm getting very close to being done with the video game of the Lego Movie 2, and we'll be going on to other games, which is fun. And I'm doing more writing of my setting, which is getting really, really cool. Let's see. Besides that, nothing much. Catch my lore crafting video on Saturday. That might be a little shorter one, and might be a little more uncomfortable because we're talking more about mad artists and enjoying killing, which is not something the normal person should think about, you know. Besides that, yeah. Again, let me know of course, the shout out to my sister who's thinking of the D&D inspired bar. Getting the word out there. Let's see here. Yeah, my streaming, my writings, my little tidbits. If you want more information from that, just let me know. I'll let you know about that. I think I do have a Patreon, which I'll try to link down below if you want to support me there. I'll make sure to make some tiers, and like you can get some information about my settings, and then I'll like create a Kickstarter or something for that. That'll be fun. Anything else? Not that I can think of. Besides the traditional like, comment, subscribe, share if you want to. I know this is probably not something you would want to share with friends and family. I don't know. But comment down below what you think of this subclass, if you think there is something that you would change about it. If you agree with my review of it. And if you want to join my team to create better and more videos, email me or comment below about that, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. Previous episode, channel subscription, all the fun stuff that YouTube likes, and I think that's about it. I'll see you guys on Saturday where we lorecraft this sick and twisted subclass. And on Wednesday, where we go into more into the wintry side of things with the Winter Touch Sorcerer. So I'll catch you next time. This idiot out.